I attended a mastermind with a bunch of 6 and 7-figure entrepreneurs, and here's what I learned. During about 4 days, I had the opportunity to get in the room with about 25 absolutely incredibly high caliber people. And while numbers only present a small fraction of why I admire these people, I think it's worth mentioning that probably the average of what people were making online here was probably somewhere between $50,000 to $100,000 a month. And you had people ranging from 10 to 20K a month up to also north past $350,000 a month. And most of these people having really healthy profit margins as well at like 80 to 90%. Lean small teams, 1 to 3 team members, and amazing lifestyle businesses where their business is actually supporting their desired lifestyle. And if you know that that's what it's all about in this channel. How we can all kind of improve our life, and the business is the vehicle that gives us that desired lifestyle, whatever that means for us. It could be the external freedom with the financial location and time, but it could also be the internal that so many of these high-caliber people have been figuring out, and they're very conscious about it, how they structure their business, because they are looking for, and they have achieved, most of them already, this internal freedom of that they have having fun, they really enjoy what they're doing, whether they're coaching or consulting and teaching other people, and they only work with clients, like dream clients that they actually enjoy working with. It's easy to provide them results, it's fulfilling, and it's also a vibe having to go on coaching calls with these people, and they are appreciative and grateful and all of that. So it's very stress-free and an anxiety-free business that gives them a lot of spare time. But anyways, I figured I'll shoot this video and I'll narrow it down to probably the 7 tips or golden nuggets that I've taken away from this personally, from this mastermind. Even though there's obviously a ton of like nuances and lessons and insights and aha moments besides those, but narrowing it down to those 7 in this video. And I figured take a moment and in the comment section write down your biggest challenge that you're working on right now, as well as your biggest takeaway from the 7 tips that I'm sharing in this video. Because this is what we did in the mastermind too. We shared our biggest challenge that we're working on, and then you can get a take from other people. You can almost kind of mastermind. We did it in a group of like 6, 7, 8 people in one group, and someone is highlighting their biggest challenge, their biggest problem, the biggest focus they're working on right now, and everyone is chipping in and giving some advice on that. So if you provide your biggest challenge in the comments, I will take my time and take a look at that and give you some personal feedback if you're looking for that. So anyways, here's to the 7 tips. And starting with the first one, the first piece of wisdom here. Do whatever you gotta do to get in the room. And what this means is basically that you gotta understand that no matter what you're trying to learn, whatever problem, challenge you're facing, there is someone out there who has already found the solution to that, who has already solved that problem, who is already where you want to be, several steps ahead of you, right? And many times, these sort of rooms are not the easiest to get into, because these rooms are consisting of very successful, competent, smart, and intelligent people, right? And they've taken the time and they done the work. They stay disciplined, consistent, and they achieved certain things. But one of the takeaways from this mastermind, like generally speaking, was really like, try to stretch yourself to do whatever you can to afford to get in the next room with certain types of people that are 1, 2, 3 steps ahead of us. Because people, human beings, we learn by osmosis. We learn by surrounding ourselves with others, and we kind of mimic them. We watch, we observe, and we mimic what they do, how they act, what kind of decisions they're making, what kind of strategies they're using, and so forth. So that's the first one. Stretch yourself to afford the next room in whatever particular thing that you're trying to solve in your life or in your business right now. And this doesn't only have to be a physical room or like a physical mastermind that, as I was attending here in Bali. It could also be virtually, of course. You can attend a sort of like coaching program or community where, you surround yourself with other people as well as mentors, coaches, but also other people who are sort of in the same niche and industry as you, and hopefully are also ahead of you. And you can learn from them and see, like, what have you done to get to this level? What have you done to solve this problem and that problem? And how can I do the same? Just tailor it to my own situation and take that same principle and run with it. Because that's how we make sure that we keep on leveling up. We keep on shifting our beliefs and we keep on raising our standards to new levels. So that's the number one takeaway I got from this. And I think I made many videos on this before where, like, it's kind of as simple as that. Your environment is everything, and getting in the right environment with people is, it's game changing. So that's number one. Do whatever you got to do to get in the room. Number two, this is about authenticity, and it's about coming across on the internet as you come across in person. Many of these people, some of them were crushing it on YouTube, 2 million subscribers. Some of them were having followers on Instagram. Some of them were having small audiences with just a couple thousand people, maybe 2,000 people, but still making north of $100,000 a month. But the general key takeaway from all of this was, why are these people succeeding? And why are they attracting other people that resonates with them and that are trusting them and they are buying into their services and their coaching and their mentoring and so forth? Well, it has to do with authenticity, unapologetic authenticity. Rather than going through a script and sounding mechanic like everyone else, just speak from your heart. Speak from your experiences. Obviously, we all take inspirations from, like, listening to podcasts and reading books and attending masterminds like I did. And now I gotta put my own flavor on it, in a sense, where I go like, okay, there was a lot of things we learned in the mastermind, and I'm not gonna regurgitate exactly what was said in there, but I'm gonna use my own brain and think like, well, I'm narrowing it down to these 7 principles that I think might be the most valuable for my audience at this moment, that might be sort of consumable or like useful practically, that they can actually take away without being there. And I'm speaking in a way that only I can speak, because everyone is unique and everyone is different in their own way. So try to come across on the internet as you come across in person, because that is the name of the game, really. That is how people are truly resonating with you as a person and buying into you. People buy the coach, they don't buy the coaching, right? Is one saying. Number 3, they called it 7-figure freedom, and it's about, like, will you build your business around your life or your life around your business? And these are some good questions to ask yourself. You got to ask yourself the questions of, like, will you build your business around your life or your life around your business? Like, what was the purpose and reason why you got into business in the first place? It's kind of easy to forget, and a lot of entrepreneurs are forgetting that along the way, because in the beginning, I get it, and I've been there. We're all in this survival stage, and we need to make some money. We need to cover our expenses. We need to be able to pay our bills and rent and house and groceries and all of this. And we need a certain amount of monthly income and salary in order to sustain a decent amount of living. But don't forget why you started the business in the first place, and what's the purpose, what's the a little bit more like the longer term vision and the end goal of your business, a meaningful reason, right? So they are saying you can either have a work style or a lifestyle, and it's up to you to choose. And this is where you have the choice to build your business by design or by default. I made a video about this before, where we can all build our business by design. And what does that mean? It means that it might be hard to believe sometimes that we are actually capable of building our business in exactly the way we want to build it. So, quick story. I used to have an agency, right, where I got clients pretty successfully, but I was doing it in a way where I was sending a lot of DMs, a lot of cold outreach emails and DMs and so forth. Taking a lot, like anyone who responded, I was sending them a Loom video. I was going on sales calls. And by the end of the day or by the end of the week, I was like, fucking hell, like I spent a shit ton of time chasing clients. And what do I have to show for it? Sometimes 0 clients. Sometimes, yeah, maybe I signed 1 or 2 clients per month. But it was too much effort and too much time and energy to do so. So the old Chris might go like, fucking, this is what I have to do in order to grow my business. Well, that's just a limiting belief. And these days, I know, because I've been spending so much time with these other people who's doing it in a completely different way, right? Where they have a personal brand, they have a funnel where they are actually attracting people with content through a personal brand, an authentic personal brand, and they are attracting people to them. And all they do all day is just producing content, maybe jumping on a few sales calls, and then jumping on a coaching calls to actually coach and teach and mentor clients. Those are the 3 main activities they do. And some of them even go, hey, I don't want to do a single sales call. I'm going to send anyone interested a just simple Google Doc, and they can read that through, and then I can send them a free training that explains everything about my program, everything about what I'm going to teach them. And that's all they're getting. And if it's a yes, they might go, hey, I'm in. Or if it's a no, hey, it's not the right timing, or I'm not ready, or whatever, then, okay, cool, man. Just keep on checking through my free content and let me know when you're ready. Or, maybe it's not a good fit. Maybe I'm not the coach for you. And they put these boundaries and standards. And they have literally created and designed the business, the dream business, exactly as they want it. So that's number 3. Will you build your business around your life or your life around your business? And yeah, created by design. That's the main point, right? Number 4, profits, client results, and fun. This is a good one, and also a belief shift that I got from the Mastermind. And it kind of goes into the last point that I did. The reality is that if just one of these are missing, it's no good, really. If profits are missing, and you just have a bunch of sales revenue, but if you have a lot of expenses and a lot of teammates to pay and all of that, and there's no cash in your pocket at the end of the day, no profits, that's no good. If there's no client results, clients are not happy, clients are not getting results, you're not actually helping people, no good. If there's no fun, like, for example, in my agency, I had 12 e-com clients. Out of those 12, there was maybe 8 of them that I was like dreading. These are not fun working with. It's just a financial transaction, not looking forward to the client call, not looking forward to any client delivery when it came to them, because there was no fun. I didn't enjoy it. So then I wasn't even excited waking up in the morning anymore and working in and on my business. So that was one thing that was completely missing in my last business, right? The fun part. Profits was so-so, 55, 60%, not the best, honestly. Client results was good, was great, I would say. The fun part was not completely lacking, but like 8 out of 12 clients were lacking. So the majority of them were lacking the fun. And yeah, most people focus on increasing the business revenue, but obviously more importantly, it's about your profit margins. And in this mastermind, most of the people have very lean teams. They have a VA, they maybe have a content manager, and that's about it. Because all day, what they're doing and how they structure their business, because they have the lead generation in place, they have their content and funnel in place, which is nurturing the leads and building trust. They have a sales conversion mechanism with like people booking in automatically onto the calendar, or a VA is sending over a Google Docs with the program details to people. So there's no even a sales call required. And all they're doing all day is like 1 hour of content, maybe 1 hour of sales call, and 1 to 2 hours of client delivery coaching. So that's a 3 to 4 hour workday, and around 15 to maybe maximum 20-hour work week. Super nice, super lean, 80 to 90% profit margins. And yeah, all of them are saying, I had a lot of shit clients in the past, I got rid of them. Anyone who's not a good vibe, we get them out of the community, we get them out of the program, and we only, first of all, the content is so good from the start, so they are usually only attracting dream clients that they actually enjoy working with. But if they do attract someone that's going into the program and is a pain and whatnot, we go, hey, here's your refund. I don't think this is a good fit. I don't think, this is for you or this is for me. Let's part ways, and that's all good, because they understand that the downfalls and the headache from working with the wrong clients is extremely damaging in a lot of ways. So that's number 4: profits, clients, results, and fun. Number 5: category of 1: be different and not better. Yeah, we all heard the saying that the riches are in the niches. And it's easy to think that I need to be bigger, I need to be better, I need to be more successful. But in the end of the day, I just need to be different. And that goes back to the number 2, where unapologetic authenticity. The best way to be authentic is to be yourself. Anytime you're putting on a mask and you try to be different, you're trying to be something you're not, it's exhausting. It's exhausting to have to do a lot of acting, right? It's exhausting to have to write up a lot of scripts that you're following. It's exhausting to try to come across as more successful and more capable than you are. All of this. The most friction-free thing, and also the most freeing thing, and ironically, the best thing you can do to actually make people trust you and resonate with you and vibe with you and want to work with you, is to be different and being yourself. That's where you can actually get into the flow, and that's where things are becoming fun, because you just keep on exploring and just keep on developing yourself, and you just go with the flow, right? Like, the reason why I'm sitting in the studio right now is because I have a podcast later on, and I had some spare time. On the other side, I was running late from a paddle game, and I'm still feeling like I'm after sweating here a bit. But the point is, right? Like, I don't need to. I can go off script. I can go off like anything in this video as well, as an example, because people just want to know like who I am, what I'm about, and get the real deal of me. Get my unapologetic, authentic self, right? Let's see if I'm missing something here. Yeah, basically there's no competition when you lead from a place of who you truly are. And you don't want to be the best. You want to be the only one, being the niche of you. The riches are in the niches, but ironically, it should be you create your own niche. Your niche of one, your niche of you. If there's one thing I want you to understand, I'm reading here, it's that the best way to escape competition is through authenticity. Where you're kind of establishing your own voice in the world, and you stand for what you genuinely believe in. Take pride in that and lead by example. Show, don't tell. That's how you create a niche of one, and that's how you go from red ocean to creating a blue ocean. Number 6, core identity-based marketing. Core identity-based marketing. This is about learning to market to people's identity and to their values. There's a lot of talk before that, we're highlighting people's problems. You're thinking about a client avatar, your ideal target audience or ideal client avatar. And you think about the number one problem that they have that you can solve. But more than the problem you can solve, people are also looking for a coach or a mentor who's more than the problem. It's great that you can solve the problem for me, but I'm also looking for someone who has the same values as me, has the same lifestyle as I desire to have, and has the same vision for the future that I'm also looking to strive for later on. So you can think of like a coach being here and you're here. Not you specifically, but let's say someone, right? And they want to get to the same stage as the coach, where the coach currently is or the mentor currently is. But the mentor are thinking about, hey, I'm here, but I want to get here. And it's amazing in a way where, like, if you do it right and everything, values and aspirations and dreams and future visions are coming across correctly, the prospect and the potential client not only resonates with this, getting from this point A to point B here, we're like, I want to get to your stage. I want to also make this amount of money. I want to have this amount of freedom. I want to have a business in this way. I want to live in this kind of place because I also admire nature and this and that and whatever. But once you teach me to get to this place, I'm also looking to get where you want to go. So now it becomes like, it's not only a coach or a mentor for like a 4-month program. Now it kind of becomes a relationship for life. And that's a bit about what core identity-based marketing is. It's about getting loyal clients that says, it feels like you just get me, and I couldn't have said it better myself. They also touch upon like ethos, pathos, and logos in core identity marketing. And I think this was like back in the days, don't quote me on this, there was like Aristotle or Plato's, one of these people who came up with this. And it's about communication, right? It's about human connection. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze here in a moment, I feel like. It's about human connection, what makes you resonate to another human. And logos is about the logic or the logistics, which is about like the details of a program, how long, what's the price, what are the deliverables, what are the things we're going to work on, so forth. Pathos and ethos is more about the meaningful values that we share, that there's trust, and also the part of like, it just feels like we're vibing. It just feels like you get me. It just feels like we're sort of the same person, or you're the kind of person that I've been looking for all along to be my guide. Because all of what you're doing and the way you're living life, I resonate with. So yeah, that was a bit of rant on the core identity-based marketing. But if you do that right, that's how you're able to attract people to you. And that's where content can do the selling for you, and how it can be so, damn effective, basically. Last one, optimize for flow. We call this like flow scaling is more important than bro scaling. Bro scaling is the type of person who's like just hustling and grinding all day. Monk mode, 24/7. And doing the work, which could be necessary in the beginning to get some momentum and get some initial clients. But eventually, with time, you got to realize that flow scaling is a lot better, because it's not about working hard, it's about working smart, effortless, tapping into creativity. And you can only do that when your nervous system is regulated, when you have emotional mastery, you you work and focus on the right things, and you get good ideas to you. Um, it's like about becoming energetically attracting. Yes, but because people are willing to pay for you being yourself, and this is why it's so important. You have a lot of self-care and optimize for flow so you can show up as your best self, no matter if it's on a sales call or if it's on a client call or if it's in content. You want to show up with on a high vibrational frequency, if you're familiar with that, because people can really feel the energy behind someone talking. They can feel the genuineness, the authenticity. They can feel like if you're trying to hide something or if you're trying to bullshit them into buying into you, basically. So flow scaling and optimizing for flow was a big topic on this mastermind. I think many people who had succeeding were talking about that they have really been achieving this kind of like managing their energy. And now I'm sitting here in the afternoon after a paddle game, 2 hours long, and I'm sweating my ass off, and I'm a little bit tired, to be honest. So usually it's not my time to do content. I do my content in the morning, where like I'm fresh in my mind and I'm kind of energetic. So with better energy management, usually I put doing content in the morning, because I just realized that that's my time where I'm like more energetic, more I'm ready to go, and I'm more creative, I suppose. But now I'm just doing it because, yeah, I have 25 minutes or so before the next podcast guest is coming. Anyways, I'm ranting here. But optimize for flow. Um, that's where creativity is flowing, more regulated nervous system. And yeah, that's where, once again, people would feel like, it feels like you don't need anything from me, and I just trust you. So yeah, I think I think that's a wrap on the seven tips, so to speak, or the golden nuggets that I wanted to share. So to wrap it all up and to summarize, do whatever you got to do to get in the room. Number 2, try to come across on the internet as you're coming across in person. Number 3, will you build your business around your life or your life around your business? Build a business by design that you know is the vehicle that is going to serve your desired lifestyle. Because, at least for me, I'm always advocating for freedom lifestyle. That is why I'm building a business. I'm not building a business to take it to the moon with like multi-million-dollar business, and I'm going to sacrifice my health, my relationships, my free time, my paddle tennis sessions. Like, there are certain things I'm not going to sacrifice. I'm building my business so I can do more of what I want, not doing less of what I want, right? Anyways, number 4, profits, client results, and fun. Those are the 3 key things that just needs to be in place in a business. Because if you don't have profits, that's no good. Then the business is not serving you. If you don't have client results, then, well, I mean, that's kind of just immoral, basically. That's also one of the reasons why you're having the business in the first place, because you need to serve people and provide value to the marketplace, right? And the fun part, we need to rewire and recondition the normal things of like that the job and a career is like hard work. It's not. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be something that is actually of your interest and passion, that you can make to your purpose, and that you can look back on at the end of your life and go like, I'm very satisfied about what I did for work, because it didn't feel like work. I loved it. I enjoyed it when I wasn't with my loved ones and my family and my friends and so forth. And when I wasn't, spending time on my hobbies, I also had a more purpose-driven career path that was giving to me that was making me fulfilled because I was helping people with it. It was making an impact, right? Super important, and having the fun part. Category of 1, be different, not better. Number 5, core identity-based marketing. Number 6, and number 7, always optimize for flow. That is the fun part. Being in flow, doing what feels right. There's so much, and I've been there as a high-performance athlete as well. Like, no matter if I feel like it or not, I would wake up in the morning and I would go to the gym and I would go to the tennis court. Like, you don't feel like it, do it anyway, was the mantra back then, right? And it's been the mantra in the first couple of years of my business as well. And yes, it served me to a certain part, but it's also not served me to a big degree. And I think we underestimate the damage of that. So always optimize for flow, because when you're tapping into that, things comes effortlessly. That's when things, this is a topic from another video, but that's when you manifest your desired reality. That is when you attract good people, good things for your life, abundance, all of this into you, because you're in a flow state. Anyways, guys, I hope this was a valuable video, even though it was a lot of ranting. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.